Hello everyone, welcome back to the Pikmin 3 playthrough. In this part we are exploring more of the Twilight River. Ooh. Oh man, we should have had our YA discussion in this part, because Twilight, yeah. Making fun of Twilight in the year 2020, baby! Boom! Yeah, get those likes in. Yeah.
I'd rather listen to the ELO song, thanks.
There's an ELO.
I mean, Twilight was brought back at some capacity because of the Batman.
Yeah, that also happened.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still
go
making
people
Twilight books.
Wait, they are?
Yeah, there's one that just came out a couple of weeks ago, where it's, I think, from the perspective of Edward instead of Bella. Like, I mean, at this point, if you're still reading Twilight, good for you.
By that I mean, I ate the papaya 20 years later. She ate the papaya.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna... I feel like making fun of Twilight in the year 2020 is a little bit, like,
I don't care.
kicking a
Like,
zombified horse, but I do think that there is merit in telling a story from a different point of view. Which is, did you guys ever watch Lion King 1.5?
No.
Oh, okay.
I saw
the-
two,
the-
but not 1.5.
The Rosencrantz and Guildenstern of Disney animated movies.
Yeah, pretty much. It's basically just like it's the movie from Timon and Pumbaa's point of view, basically the first movie, I should say, and it's decently funny. Like, it's not anywhere near as good as the original Lion King, but I would say it's better than Lion King 2. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, very few other things I can think of tell the same story, but from a different perspective. Oh wait, no, Wicked. Wicked did that, and fuck Wicked. I hate that. I hate that story so much. Jesus
More or
Christ.
less than B movie.
I'm thinking, hold on.
Ooh, you gotta think about that.
I mean, my musical hatred of choices has and always will be Grease.
More or less than Rent. Because Rent also...
Wait,
Okay, Rent's another
alright,
bad
so
one.
just like Grease in its entirety, or just like a specific format?
Well, we've had the Wicked v. Grease debate on this channel before.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
I mean, at least we can all agree Rent is shit.
Rent is
I never
awful.
watched or listened to Rent.
Oh,
so.
You want to know what's a legitimate plot point in that movie? Oh my god, this guy's such a jerk. This recovering drug addict is such a jerk for not doing drugs with us. What an asshole he is.
Oh man, this landlord's totally getting up in our business because we won't pay the rent.
They're... Oh god, I hate that.
It's like you're freaking renters. That's what you have to do to stay in the apartment.
But no, man, he's sold out. He's sold out to the man. You don't understand, Ryan. Like,
It's not even an expensive
I would be more
apartment.
sympathetic if it was released in 2020, but that's besides the point.
yeah, but Rent is garbage. I guess I have a soft spot for Grease because that was I did theater when I was in middle and high school, and that was the first show I was ever in. Fun fact, I signed up to do Grease in middle school because my mom told me that that was what they were doing for the play. And they were like, hey, are you interested in this? They're doing Grease. And I'm like, Grease? I love Zeus. Because I only ever heard her talk about it. So I'm like, Medusas and Zeus and Minotaurs? I love that shit.
And that one other kid that just did it because he loves cooking oil.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not the brightest bulb, as you probably already know. So yeah, so I have a soft
Well, no,
spot
I mean,
for
kids
that.
always make stupid comparisons like that
Yeah, but
because they don't know any better.
yeah, but I also like the music in Grease too, or some of it.
That's where I'm falling. Like, I haven't watched the movie in so
Yeah, I
long,
don't
but
even
still
like the
listen to
music
songs.
all that much.
Really? Oh, I love the original, like the title theme.
Oh yeah, which is not in the play.
No, it's not, because it was too...
Good.
Because that movie was supposed to be set in the 50s. if I
Yeah,
recall
well,
correctly.
it's
It's set in the 50s about high schoolers, even though John Travolta's like 38 in that movie.
yeah. Weirdly, like the beginning of the movie, not the movie, of the play is like, oh, they're at their reunion, and it's just like, oh, remember the good old days, because it was released in like the 70s or whatever. But then they never bring back that framing device ever again. And at that point, it's not a
that's
framing
it's the setup.
device. And why did you do it? Okay, never mind, Ryan. Maybe you're right. Maybe Grease is trash.
Grease isn't the word.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that movie. Yeah, but Wicked just makes me angry because, like I like, you know, ooh, what's this side of the story kind of writing, but not when, oh, everything about the original was a lie. This is what really happened. Like that just makes me angry. It's like, oh, the Tin Man was actually like an evil asshole, and oh, the Scarecrow and the Wicked Witch are actually in love, and it's like,
Cowardly Lion wasn't so cowardly.
well, no, he was cowardly, but apparently it's the like the witch tried to like free him or something, and then the Cowardly Lion like was scared when they tried to put him back in the cage or whatever, which made him cowardly or whatever. I don't remember. It was a long time ago when I watched the play.
Was it a story that needed to be told? It's basically what I find myself with these kind of different perspectives or prequels or any sort of thing that deviates from the source material.
I mean,
Whatever
some
the hell
stories
it
don't
is,
need to
in
be
this
told
case.
and are good anyway, though, is the thing. I guess.
That's why I added. That's why I add like if it's a prequel or a sequel or a different perspective.
Yeah, and I mean,
You know.
sometimes there are questions that you can ask that are legitimate questions that are interesting, and then the execution's just fucked up. Like, for example, I think that it is a legitimate question to ask, what was the galaxy like in Star Wars before the Empire? It just so happens that the answer was really boring. So you end up with the prequels in that case.
You go back far enough though, and you get Knights of the Old Republic,
Yeah, which,
and people love those games.
yeah, but then again, I feel like, I don't know, I need to actually play Knights of the Old Republic. I always get bored before I'm done with the tutorial in that game, just because Western RPGs are not my jam. I just can't really get...
Swing lightsaber, yawn.
Well, you don't get the lightsaber for like 10 hours. It takes forever.
Swing stick.
That also doesn't help that they're kind of, at this point, kind of proto Mass Effect games, which streamlined a lot of things.
Yeah, well,
from
here's
those
the
games.
thing. They use a lot of D&D mechanics, which is fine, but the thing is that I don't feel like the combat in D&D is interesting, but it's saved mostly by the fact that it's a social game. You know, where, okay, D&D is fun, not necessarily... The combat in D&D is fun on its own merits, but there's a lot of extra clunky steps that are mostly saved by, A, it being a social game, and B, your team that you're playing with usually has one person who's memorized it all, so you don't have to think as much about it. You know, they'll just be like, hey, I don't know what stats are good for this character, and then they'll be like, okay, bro, I got you. And they'll just do it for you. And that's always very helpful. Thank you. That was Josh in my high school D&D group. So thank you, Josh. I don't think you're watching this right now. But if you are, thanks. Also, F's in the chat for all of the DMs out there who actually wanted to play, but nobody in the group actually knows how to DM, so they got stuck doing it for the 13th time.
F in the comments.
In the comment. The comments is like chat, pretty much.
It's like post chat.
No, you see what Ted's going to do is randomly make this one a premiere, so there will be a chat.
No, the one time I tried making it a premiere, everybody got really angry.
Yeah, I know. We did that. It's like we specifically mentioned we're just seeing how this goes, and it's like, don't do it. We hate it. Why would you do this? It's like
Where's the direct?
It's like we're just seeing how it works.
It was
Jesus
like, what's wrong with
Christ.
it? It's like, ooh, it's not any different than us.
I want it now.
It was going to be out the same time it would have been out early. It's just a live premiere for what? Why are you so upset? I'm sorry.
I'm not. Fuck you.
You have subscribers,
Spoiled
John.
children.
You can get away with that. I can't.
Fucking yeah. Well, some of them have to like, shut up. Like, shut the fuck up, you spoiled child.
You want to know who else is a spoiled child? I don't know.
I thought I was going to lead into another Wicked conversation.
I mean, Glinda is basically a spoiled child in Wicked. She's like,
Glinda again?
Glinda's the good witch, the pink one.
Oh, okay.
How do you not know? This is the Wizard of Oz, John.
I haven't watched Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
in
but your
years.
parents would let you watch the
Professional.
the Professional, but
Yeah.
not Wizard of Oz.
I like those movies a lot more than Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz is a classic. It's like
It's a classic. It doesn't mean I have to enjoy it more than Professional or Goodfellas, Casino,
listen, are there flying monkeys?
The Godfather with the subtitles on.
Listen, are there flying monkeys in The Godfather with the subtitles on? No, they're only with the subtitles off. All right, that's what he's actually talking about. Are the flying monkeys?
Yeah, but the Wizard of Oz doesn't have Marlon Brando in it.
Marlon Brando would be a good wizard.
Excuse me, none of them have a homicidal Joe Pesci, so.
Please pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Unless Joe Pesci is one of the flying monkeys.
Which one would Joe Pesci be, the Tin Man or the Scarecrow?
He would be the Tin Man.
He would definitely be the Tin
No.
Man.
No. He has a brain. I was gonna say no. He's Tin Man. He doesn't have a heart.
I mean, he does spend a holiday movie spending the entire time trying to kill a little kid.
Yes. And also to reiterate, he is a fucking psychopath.
Imagine
Goodfellas
going through a
Casino.
perilous journey, escorting this little girl across the entire countryside, and your reward for it is a fucking medal when you asked for courage.
Yeah, but the word courage is embedded into the middle, though.
Yeah,
It's proof that he was courageous.
yeah, but so the real courage was the friends we made along the way.
Yes.
Oh god, I hate it. I hate it so much. So what was the real lesson we learned along the way of playing Pikmin 3?
Learn to plant crops.
Learn to plant crops? Oh, yeah, well that's...
Eat fruit.
Eat fruit?
Yeah.
Well, apparently, so the ending... There are 2 different endings in this game. If you don't get all the fruit, they basically say, okay, but Kopai people are stupid, so you're going to have to do this again one day. But if you do get all the fruit, it's like, they learned the power of teamwork. And so now they have decided, hey, dumbasses, what if we didn't eat all of our food before we grew new food? And it was a revolutionary concept.
They made it to space.
So revolutionary that they didn't even feel a need for Pikmin 4.
You
That's
can't
why-
you can't
that's why we're
possibly
here.
have gotten to space without learning agriculture first.
So I'm trying to think. I bet you there's
I mean,
some sort of...
unless someone broke the Prime Directive, but that's an entirely different issue.
That's likely. I mean, hold on. I kind of like where this is going.
Civilization challenge run. Get to space without ever learning any agriculture skills.
No, I love that. The setup for Pikmin is that someone in Star Trek broke the Prime Directive.
Yeah, but then what would you be on the other planet looking for then? Moral compass?
But John, that's the best part of Ren fairs.
Wait.
You're gonna have to go and run them over.
Usually at Ren fairs, a nerd joke, because it's all like super nerdy and all that.
Yeah.
A joke is usually there will be some group of people dressed in Star Trek uniforms walking about, and like shopkeepers will tell them, "It's like, what are you doing? You're breaking the Prime Directive. We're here on study."
At least you gotta go invisible at the very least. But then you just see a floating head. I was like, oh man, I saw Insurrection. This sucks.
What one was Insurrection?
That was the one with the planet that had this resource that kept people eternally youthful. And then they got these folks that wanted it for themselves, and it was not a well-written movie. That kind of fell flat in the writing style of TNG. Okay, I haven't seen the movie though in years, so because I'm actually kind of lacking with Next Generation movies specifically.
The only Star Trek I've seen to this day is the first new movie. The J.J. Abrams.
2008 film.
The J.J. Abrams one, yeah. That's
That's not a bad film.
No, it's fine.
That's the only one I watched though. I did not watch the other movies afterwards.
It's an
And from what I
it's
understand,
an
it was
okay
not
popcorn
necessary.
pew pew movie. It's a bad Star Trek movie.
Yeah, that was the sense I got from it as well. As a sci-fi blockbuster, it was serviceable. It was fine. As a Star Trek movie, or at least what I know of Star Trek, it didn't really fit, but yeah.
I had to find. I find it a little weird that they don't, at least from my viewpoint, attempt to replicate what at least made Next Generation so rewatchable. Because the shift in tone, then the method of storytelling in Next Generation was what made it so enjoyable for me.
Well, I feel like a lot of people feel like original series is really corny. which is part of its charm, I think.
It was
for many
also
people.
it was also 1960s, so
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, I won't defend the Shatner shit because that was just not. It's not good television. I don't think it was anyway.
Ooh.
Well, it's
That's
it's fun.
yeah. It's no. But see, 60s Batman is fun. I didn't get the same sort of thing from 60s Star Trek. Well, from what I've seen, I'm not gonna pretend I watched the entire thing. I didn't. It just never interested me that much. I didn't get the same thing from 60s Star Trek.
Did you watch any of the movies?
What the
The original cast and all that?
No, never.
Not even Wrath
Never
of Khan?
No, I started with Next Generation.
Fair enough.
That's Star Trek tangent. We should wait for the next part before we go deep into that.
Yeah, that there. See, we did do a star date whatever thing. It happened. Next
Yeah.
part.
It's fine. Wicked sucks.